Hi, this is Jack again. Okay, I am now on the topic of the creation of demons. Okay, demons were, in truth, the most free beings in existence. They actually had more access to human beings than Anu himself. Yep. Demons had the ability to possess human beings, to actually come in and possess them. Anu, of course, was too afraid to do anything like that because he was afraid that he'd actually become lost and entrapped here on Earth. He feared his own creation, actually, because he feared that because of how human beings had evolved as consciousness systems, he didn't quite expect that. You know, in terms of how human beings at this very moment really believe themselves to be alive, to be something that really exists. That's what he wanted, but at the moment it got to an extent where, you know, he was pretty scared. Yet he made sure that human beings believe they are what they are, which is mind consciousness systems, and not even know it. So demons. The creation of demons were also initially designed as a enslavement purpose, which is also placed in as a fear, which is placed in as a polarity of the specific placement of spirituality. Those that believe in, you know, when you die you go to some master, or the masters, the existence of gods, goddesses, angels, you know, ascension processes, heavens, God knows what. So, if you look at existence, everything works in polarity, which is positive and negative, good and bad, and right and wrong. So what do those that focus on enlightenment and ascension, etc., etc., and spirituality focus on? Think positive. Think beauty. Beauty, love, joy, peace, grace. Allowing only the positive, not the negative. And what happens when you only focus on the beauty, the joy, the peace, the love, the positive, etc., you know, the good? Obviously there has to exist the negative, the bad, the ugly, the feared, which was the demons. So, if you really look at spirituality, it's the same as religion. You have God and you have the devil. In spirituality, you have the masters and you have the demons. Simple. So initially, that's why demons existed. Demons were, I don't prefer using this choice of word, but just to place it into context of people that might understand, lost souls. But they were actually beings who were lost in a singular thought mind construct. In other words, they crossed over with one singular thought, remembrance of a past memory, and they believed themselves to be only that. And you know what's an interesting thing? It's no different than to human beings. Human beings are actually lost in a one singular mind thought construct. No different to demons. And what did human beings do? Human beings fear demons extensively, which is exactly what the Anu and the Anunnaki wanted, because it keeps you completely in that entire polarity equation of separation. You exist in separation, you support separation, because you're not seeing that demon as you're not realizing or even asking that demon, listen, why are you here? Why are you what you are? Why are you what you do? No one gives them the time of day. They just put up all sorts of bloody protections and using crystals and exorcism. Do you know exorcism didn't even work? The demons played with priests and exorcists just to have fun. Demons cannot be exorcised or redeemed to heaven. Demons were the most free beings in existence. Why? Because they didn't, well, they were free from the perspective of, they weren't enslaved by any white light soul construct, reincarnation cycles at all. They were stuck in one mind construct, but they didn't have any fear. That's where their freedom was. They didn't have any fear. though they might have fed off fear and existed off fear of human beings, but they didn't fear anything. Though everyone feared them. Even the masters, the guides, the angels, they had protection suits on when they crossed through to the demon dimension. Everyone was scared of the demons, and no one else. And the demons wasn't scared of anyone. I mean, they moved here freely into Earth. Only later, certain beings came into the demon dimension quite aware that they're a demon. They didn't have any mind system placements, and so they started rallying up demons and saying, listen, let's give ourselves a purpose. So demons became quite specific and extensive in their application, just to show human beings, listen, firstly, we're the same as you. Secondly, God doesn't exist. Thirdly, we're assisting you. How did they assist people? Just by those 2 points. Realizing how easy it is to, I'm going to be direct, fuck with people. Generate fear. What fears? You don't fear, a system fears. The system fear demons. All the systems fear demons. Because demons could do whatever the hell they wanted. They could possess people and kill people. They could come in and come in to possess a person, have that human being murder a person, go out and the human being can't remember a thing. There have been cases where human beings say they cannot remember what happened, and that was actually true. Because demons existed, and this was not before 2 years ago, and because demons actually existed, and that's what they did. But yeah, that was now before we gave demons a specific purpose, if you want to call it that. And demons were specific. Do you know how specific they could read human beings? It was amazing. They could see far better than any other dimensional being. So that was the initial creation of demons. So who created demons? Spirituality. Because of the entire manifestation of polarity in this world. If you only focus on the good and you deny the bad, you manifest the bad. If you only focus on the bad and deny the good, you manifest also bad. It's fascinating. If you look at what is good and what is bad in this world in terms of polarity, both are not cool. Both have conflicts actually. Maybe polarity doesn't even really exist. We make it exist. We believe it exists. That's why it exists. It's fascinating. Just look at that. Okay, this is Jack. Thank you very much.